Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine, right here in the city of Memphis and the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early, Monday morning, January the 13th, 2020. Time 2:42 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support, for your continued encouragement, support, continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis. Try to stay here and continue to further my education and more college online to continue to pursue my social research, being administrative, concentrating marketing at the present time. I took a break from going to school, but in the very near future, I will be going back to Monroe College online to continue to pursue my social research, being administrative, concentration marketing. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and do my Instagram first, because then I'm going to give it 60 minutes. You know, I'm going to give it 60 minutes, but then after I do my Periscope, my Instagram, see, I have all the time I need. You know, I'm going to do my Periscope. As soon as I get through my Instagram, I'm going to do my Periscope. And then that way I can do all the things that I like, I be wanting to do. Because if I try to do, try to show videos and all that first and then turn around and do my Instagram. Then try to do Instagram, then after I do my Instagram, then try to do Periscope. I won't have to see if I do my Periscope ain't nothing but 60 minutes. And it's 2:40, let's just say 2:45 to 3:45, that'll be 1 hour. And then from 3:45, 4:45, that'll be 2 hours. And then I can stop this video. That'll be 2 hours on one video, and then that'll be part one. Then I'll still be on Periscope. Then I can just start the next video, and then I can still be on Periscope. Then just be part two. So I'm going to do my Instagram first. Then after I do my Instagram, I'm doing my Periscope. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis and the county sheriff. It's in the state of Tennessee. Today is early Monday morning, January 13th, 2020. Time 2:45 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support, for your continued encouragement support. Anti-gang. Now, these are just a few of the free logo design websites you can go to make anti-gang logo. First, want to always give thanks to God for all the blessing and guidance He provides us all with. And all you so-called devil worshippers, which call you, talking about you in a cult and all that. Y'all know you call your whoever it is you worship God or something, you're putting yourself in a very dangerous predicament. Because you be lying to yourself and then you try to lie to others. Talking about you worship the devil. Street slang. Gang plus stir and mob plus stir. Merriam-Webster Third New International Dictionary and Oxford English Dictionary give you the complete total definition of meaning of the word gang and mob and stir and any and every other word. Now then you have some more street slang, boss, goon, thug, cook, hoodlum, mac, player, pimp, hoe and hustler, nigga, field, nigga, house, nigga, street slang. Now when it comes to street slang for music, hip hop, rock and roll, swing, groove, jazz, blues, funk, doo-wop, bebop, and street slang. Street slang for money, currency exchange, bucks, rack, stack, band, bread, dough, scratch, loot, moolah, Benjamin, dead president, and street slang. Ain't nothing official, ain't nothing right about no street slang. Now that sorority and that fraternity, and all them old world secret societies from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, the United States Department of Justice, they tell you that hazing is a crime. And the sorority and fraternity, they use hazing in the initiation ritual. And they call themselves trying to be some kind of devil worshiper and some occultists and Satanists and all this. It's just a damn fool. The sorority and fraternity commit crime on and off the campus. They use and abuse tobacco products. They indulge in gambling games, change. They use and abuse alcohol and drugs. They indulge in immoral activity. They indulge in sexual deviant depravity. Don't let the sorority and the fraternity mislead you. And don't be misled by them secret societies from Africa, from Asia, from Europe. Renounce all those persons that started the sorority and the fraternity. In the old world secret society from Africa, Asia, and Europe, and denounce the whole concept and idea of the sorority and the fraternity in the old world secret society from Africa, from Asia, from Europe. Now the sorority and the fraternity, they work and they manage the businesses, the companies, and the corporations. They use and misuse the background check. They commit crimes against humanity, atrocities, violation of human rights and civil rights, inhumanity, genocide, ethnic cleansing, all forms of discrimination and harassment. They pollute the air, ground, water, and noise pollution. They destroy the environment. They destroy nature. They destroy wildlife. Don't be misled by the sorority and the fraternity in these old world secret societies from Africa, from Asia, and from Europe. Now, the pre-13 continental history. Harvard University is the oldest institute of higher learning in the United States, founded March 13, 1639, Cambridge, Massachusetts. William Mary College, Williamsburg, Virginia, founded February 8, 1693, the second oldest institute of higher learning in the United States of America. Beta Phi Beta Kappa Society, founded December the 5th, 1776. The College of William and Mary and is recognized as the first Greek letter student society in North America. Alpha Delta Pi, first sorority founded in 1851, Wesleyan College in Macon, Georgia. The first organization to adopt the word sorority was Gamma Phi Beta, established on November 11, 1874 at Syracuse University, Syracuse, New York. And the first women's fraternity was at DuPaul College around 18-something. Now the basis of the sorority and the fraternity is the old world secret society. They from Africa, they from Asia, and they from Europe. And for example, the Eastern Star, the Freemasons, they talk about Euclid, the mathematician, then the Alexander Egypt. 1390, 1425 mentioned the Hollowell manuscript, the Regis poem, the Cook manuscript, and the Dowling manuscript. Now examples of them old world secret societies from Africa, from Asia, and from Europe. Skull and Bone, Rosicrucians. The Sons of Liberty, Thug Society, Pride of Zion, the Ordo Templarian, and the Knights of the Golden Eagle. Or the Woodmen, the Ancient Arabic Order of the Nose of the Mystic Shrine, the Improved Order of Redmond, the P.O. Sisterhood, the Eastern Star, the Freemasons, the Elks, the Lower Order Moose, the Bilderberg Group, the Ku Klux Klan, the Knights of Pathiah, Knights of Columbia, the Illuminati, Forest Society, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, the Mystic Order of Baal, Prophets of the Enchanted Ground, United Order of the Golden Cross, United Ancient Order of Druids, National Grand Ancient Order of Herbenaeus, the Opus Dei, the Knights Templar, the Scottish Rite. The Spanish Garduna, the Carbonari, the Black Hand. You say Mafia, that's Afro-Asiatic. You say Costa Nostra, that's Latin. The Triad, the Yakuza, the Osiris. Now, the history of Chicago, Chicago, Illinois, the state of Illinois, really the history of America, history of the world, the focal lines and the my people line. That's all they're gonna be. That's it. Nothing else. Ain't nothing to talk about. Focal lines and my people line. That's it. The so-called blood gang, Crip gang, being attacked right now. Retaliating on them right now. As of now. So-called bloodstone, limestone, man, you lying. We know we never see, get these background checks done. Get these background checks done. When I get these background checks done, see people gonna open their eyes, they gonna see the truth. There was that East Coast bitch. They were walking around out there in Los Angeles, California, in the state of California, trying to stab other people in the back. And get these background checks done. Focal lines and my people lines. Nothing else. And all you some guns that's walking around thinking you getting away with that devil cult stuff and that cult stuff. You're gonna see, you're gonna get these background checks done. You're gonna see. You're gonna get them goddamn reality check. But you in fairy tale land somewhere. Ain't taking nothing off. Get these background checks done, you're gonna see. Tell me you worship the devil. Okay? Whatever you say. Whatever you say. See, a lot of you some guns don't know what you're talking about. And just like what the word gang mean and mob mean, and stir mean the same thing as cult and the occult. See, you just make up stuff. You just be making up a bunch of lies. You be lying. You're gonna get your ass killed. You're gonna get killed. Going around trying to horseplay. They're trying to be a smart ass. You're going to get what's coming to you. Severe consequence and repercussion. You ain't getting away with it. Tell you worship the devil. Okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Yeah. History of Chicago. You don't see a bloodstone nowhere. You don't see no limestone nowhere. In the history of Chicago. Nowhere. Nowhere. And you don't see no blood gang, no crip gang. See, when you get into the history of you can look up the history of Los Angeles, California, and you will see the East Coast bitch. You'll see the East Coast bitch. That's who you're gonna see. See, that's what I said. I was talking about in my previous videos, how people were riding on the trains and leaving from the east, coming from this direction and heading out west. A lot of European Americans who were living in the United States. You see them old cowboy and Indian movies. They would have them wagon trains. They would leave the east and head out west. There were a lot of African Americans did the same thing. They headed out west. But where they came from the East Coast. After World War I, World War II. After the Korean War, after Vietnam, you see these people from the East Coast, and they end up out there in California, talking about they in a gang. See, when we talking about that, what's his name? Talking about he started that Crip gang out there, that Ronald Washington boy. And then he was in that Avenue Boys gang, and then he started a gang called the Baylor Avenue. But see, what you don't see how you gonna start a gang by yourself? No, you the only one. You got to see it was a whole lot of people he tried to recruit. But see, what you didn't see, it was that East Coast bitch. It was that East Coast bitch. And then when you see talking about them other the Pyro boys, the Brims, the Bishops, and it was and all them. See, you see the East Coast bitch. Talking about the Bloods, the Blood gang. See, you see the East Coast bitch. Get me background checks done. Get me background checks done. See, everybody around the United States of America, they waiting on these background checks because they want to see the same thing. See, it's time for people to open their eyes and see the truth. See, you be talking, it be these people on the East Coast in the 13th colony, and they talking about they worship the devil. In these cults, talking about they in a damn cult. You're gonna end up in a damn coffin. You're gonna end up in a damn coffin. Talking about you in a cult, because you're gonna get your ass killed. Because you be horse playing. Trying to be a smart ass. Ain't no such thing as being no Satanist. Ain't no such thing as worshiping the devil. And see, you got to also remember, see, then I be talking about the East Coast bitch, so you got the University of Southern California, the University of California, Los Angeles. See, it's a lot of people trying to be a smart ass and you know, try to horseplay with other people. You try to make it sound like you smart and everybody else dumb. See, that East Coast bitch was out there in Los Angeles, California. You just didn't see him. See, that's how that Ronald Washington boy got killed. He ended up in jail. When the boy got out of jail, as soon as he got out of jail, the boy got killed. That's who did it. And then what's that other boy name? That Tookie Williams boy. Him and the rest of them. See, the East Coast bitch was out there in California. See, that's why all that so-called Crip gang and Blood gang, it was that East Coast bitch. Then talking about the Bloodstone, Limestone. See, that's where it came from. It was that East Coast bitch. Get these background checks done. Think you on horseplay and be a smart ass. When you get these background checks done, your ass gonna be severe consequence and repercussion. Then you know what the East Coast bitch had the nerve try to get themselves in the focal lines and the my people lines. Give me a background check done. You gonna see. You gonna get a reality check. You gonna see. You get these background check done. You gonna see. You think you being a smart ass. You think you on horseplay. You gonna see. Get me a background check done. That's the reason why. Then had the nerve to try to claim the East Coast. You gonna see. Give me a background check. You gonna see. You gonna get a reality check. You're gonna be right down there with the devil in hell. You ain't got long. You know, the East Coast bitch had the nerve to try to hide in Chicago, in the state of Illinois. Had the nerve to hide. Well, see, like I always tell you, see, you're not smart, man. You're not smart. You try to be a smart ass. And got your ass in trouble. Trying to horseplay for other people. When you got that bloodhound finds you. The bloodhound gonna find you. Hell, I could have got a basset hound, a bigger hound, but I went and got that bloodhound to make sure to get my point across. Yeah, just like being out there in the woods with a coon hound, going out there coon hunting. The coon hound would have found your ass. But I go get that bloodhound. That's what he for. Then your ass try to run, try to go on the run. Got some more hounds. That's what they do. Got some more hounds. Got some foxhounds. They like to run. They'll chase your ass all day and night. Them harriers, they do the same thing. They'll chase you all night, all day, all night. They'll find you. Just like the fox try to run. You never seen a coon hound at night. See, you don't be understanding how a dog can be at night. It be pitch black dark at night, and they find raccoons. They'll find all kind of stuff. They don't have no light. See that coon hound, he'll be out there, it'll be pitch black dark at night, and he'll find a raccoon. He ain't got no light. But he find that raccoon. He found it. Raccoon be up there in the tree, scared to death. Then they get to fight. Then that coon hound, he'll kill the raccoon. And see, he'll find your ass too. He'll find your ass too. You don't smell like a raccoon, but he'll find you. You say, all right, go get that bloodhound. Trying to hide in Chicago. And then had the nerve trying to hide around other parts of the state of Illinois. Well, you get that bloodhound, he'll find you. You get these background checks done. And see, you know, another thing, you remember when they had started that Black Panther stuff? You remember they started that Black Panther stuff? See, that's another thing that the East Coast bitch thought he was smart. See, you thought you was smart. You thought you was smart. History of Chicago, the focal lines and the my people lines. That's all it's gonna be. I don't hear nothing else you got to say. Get your damn gun. Either focal lines or my people lines and nothing else. Ain't no such thing as no person living on the East Coast trying to claim the East Coast, because see, I know what it is. See, you thought you were going to use the devil. Talking about you in a damn devil's coat and trying to go around other people. Well, there's nowhere on this earth, there's nowhere in this universe that you can claim there's no base. So that's the end of that conversation. You don't have no base nowhere in the United States of America in U.S. territory. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. You be lying. You lying. No such thing, no East Coast. There ain't no such thing, no person living on the East Coast, leaving the East Coast, and then gonna try to tell other people I'm from the East Coast and I'm in a cult. I don't give a damn what you in. But I tell you this, you're gonna get put in a damn coffin and 6 feet underground because you're gonna get your ass killed, horse playing and trying to be a smart ass. You're gonna get your ass killed. You're gonna get what you deserve. Severe consequence and repercussions. Ain't no such thing. No such thing. I don't know what talking about somebody letting no. No, we through with that. We through. See that reason why I'm doing background check. Doing background check. That's the end of it. There's no background check. Now, this is a list of place names of Native American origin in the United States. For example, state names: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Connecticut, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Then on the same page, you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see the list of place names of indigenous origin in the Americas. See, when you be talking about the East Coast and all that, see, this goes all the way back to slavery and transporting African slaves from sub-Saharan Africa to Niger, Congo. First they went to Central and South America, Mexico, the Caribbean. As you know, the pirates detoured because they ran out of supplies and came all the way up the coast, East Coast of America to Virginia to trade slaves for supplies. And as you know, of course, it's history. You don't have no claim to the East Coast. See, that stuff you be talking about some devil worship, Satanism. See, the people that settled in this country came from the old world, and they brought that damn nonsense with them. You don't have no claim. You can't claim nothing on this earth. You can't claim nothing in this universe. Now, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice, the Nation Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assisting the National Gang Center Bulletin, and the title of that book, History of Street Gangs in the United States, written by Mr. James C. Howell, and Mr. John P. Moore. Now, you can find that same information on the quick reference Wikipedia, and it'll be titled Gangs in the United States. Now, this is the International Bill of Human Rights. You ain't got no claim to the East Coast. The Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. This is the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. And the United Nations, this is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. The world's oldest human rights organization, Anti-Slavery International. This is the International Federation for Human Rights. The world's oldest international conservation organization, BirdLife International. Fauna and Flora Florida International was the world's first international wildlife conservation organization. The world's oldest global environmental organization, International Union for Conservation of Nature, also the World Wildlife Fund. Also, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Global Rights Frontline Defender, Human Rights Without Frontier, International Center for Human Rights, Conservation International, Wildlife Conservation Society, the Conservation Fund, Legal Conservation Voter, Earth Watch Institute, Conservancy Association, Earth Justice Conservation Volunteers, Wildlife Conservation Network, Endangered Wildlife Trust, Biodiversity Nature Conservancy Association, Rare Species Conservation Center, Wildlife Research and Conservation Trust, Rainforest Trust, the International Rainforest Conservation Organization, Rainforest Alliance, the Rainforest Action Network, Biodiversity International, Earth Day Network, Environmental Defense Fund, Friends of the Earth, Friends of Nature, Greenpeace, and Nature Conservancy, Indian Wildlife Conservation Society, Soil and Water Conservation, Clean Water Action, World Water Council, Marine Conservation Institute, Marine Conservation Alliance, Oceanic Preservation Society, Oceanic Society, Global Ocean Commission, the International Marine Life Alliance. Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul. He a lying, murdering devil. He wrote all those epistles that's in the New Testament. He called himself an apostle. He's not no apostle, he was lying. The man-made religious organization, they used those epistles that Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote. One of them, Romans chapter 16, verse 16, so the one of them with the holy kiss, the church with the suffix ES, for Christ salutes you. Now you know doggone well that the colleges and universities, they know what a prefix and a suffix is. The other verse that the man-made religious organization used, that Saul from Tarsus, self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 4, so that we ourselves glory in you in the church with the suffix ES, on God for your patience, faith, and all your persecution, tribulation, and ye endure. They be lying. The Catholic Church lying. All they continue they lying. That's what they use those epistles. It's Saul from Tarsus wrote. And they be doing the same thing. They Catholics anyway. The Protestant churches. All these Protestant churches. That's the Catholic Church. They be using those epistles that Saul from Tarsus wrote. It's in the New Testament. That's what we using. And they do too. The American Restoration Movement, Stone Campbell Movement, they be lying. They be using those epistles that Saul from Tarsus wrote. The self-proclaimed Apostle Paul. That's a lie. Ain't no such thing as devil and worship. Ain't no such thing as putting ism on the end of Satan. Ain't no such thing as DBS Satan, no atheist. You be lying. Cult. You be lying. All that Western esotericism, all y'all, you just be lying. You lying. Then you put "uk" in front of "coke." Then you put "ism" on the end. All lies. This how you know the people be lying. In my Instagram, and I'm gonna do my Periscope. I just ended my Instagram video. Now I'm gonna do my Periscope video. So I pretty much know this. I got plenty of time now. That's the reason I did that. So now I got over 2 hours where I can do my Periscope. Now what I'm gonna do, when I get to a certain point on recording my YouTube channel, I'm like part 1, I'm gonna end it, but I'm still be doing my Periscope. So the only thing I'm doing is end the first part of my YouTube channel, but then it's gonna be part 2. So I'm gonna be My name is Eric D. Johnson. Also on BrightShine right here in the city of Memphis and the county seven in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, January the 13th, 2020. Time 3:49 a.m. First thing, thank all my family, my support for your continued trust support. Anti-gang, anti-gang. These are just a few of the free logo design websites that you can go to make anti-gang logo. Now remember these words: coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, and psychological abuse. Now I just ended my Instagram video. See, when I started recording my YouTube channel, it was like 2:45. So I went ahead and started doing I did my Instagram first. That way I can do my Periscope after I do my Instagram, and I have all the time I need to do all the things I want to do. So let's get started. Now the title of this book, West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omuseni Muleno, Dr. P. Anumo, the Paymo. In the title of this book, African Traditional Religion Definition, written by Dr. E. Beloja Adowu. The title of this book, African Religion and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beaton. And the title of this book, Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beaton. in Webster's Third New International Dictionary, the complete and total definition and meaning of the word gain, the act, manner, or means of going. Now you know that stupid sorority, stupid fraternity. They saying sister and brother in Latin. This sister. And this is brother. Now, Oxford English Dictionary, the complete and total definition and meaning of the word gain, action or mode of going, way, passage, instead of things or person. stupid sorority and this stupid fraternity. They saying sister and brother in Latin. Now, while I got the dictionary on everybody, I want to look up the word hustler, and then I'm gonna look up the word cult. So what you remember? Because just like the word gang and gangster, you know, the words can be broke down because gang, when you say gang by, you know, gang. But see, GA is a word and NG is a word. And so they put GA and NG together. Gang. Now right now I'm in Merriam-Webster's Third New International Dictionary. Because when you say hustle, you know you can break hustle down into hustle. And see, hustle. Let me give you an example of what hustle means. Now the first definition of hustle: to shake or a jar together in confusion, jostle. Now the second definition of hustle: A1A. I mean, not 2A. To crowd or push roughly. B, to be. To convey forcibly or hurry. To see. To urge forward precipitately. Three A, to obtain by energetic activity. Gather. B, 3B, to exert pressure on. Sell or promote business with. Three C, to deprive of one's possessions by force or fraud, rob, cheat. Okay, let me see where I'm in now. 3A. 3A. Okay, 3A is to make strenuous efforts to secure money or business. B. 3B, to solicit for prostitution. Working in houses and they are hustling on the street. Oh, okay. Now number 4. To obtain money by fraud or deception. To swindle. To lure a victim into a crooked gambling game. Okay. So now that's the first hustle. That was a verb. Now that was the hustle verb. Hustle as a verb. Now you have hustle number 2 as a noun. An act of jostling or shoving. That was number 1. 2A. Energetic activity. Increase of leisure. Diminution of. Then what's that? 2B. A hurried motion. Move. Okay, then 3 is a slang. An income producing activity. Job. B, an act or instance of fraud. To swindle. Racket. Hustler. Now, so now they do have a definition for hustler. And it's a noun. Now see, they got it broke down. Hus, H-U-S, and then the dash, T-L-E-R, hustler, hustler. A pickpocket's accomplice. One who obtains money by fraudulent means. Petty racketeer. A professional gambler. Prostitute. Number 2. An active, enterprising, sometimes unscrupulous individual. Go-getter. Live wire. 3A. Vendor. B. One that delivers or transports. C. A pottery worker who carries greenware to the kiln shed or other place of possession. Now, they also have hustling. And that's an adjective. That's an adjective. It's a present participle of hustle. Number 1. Now, number 1, characterized by hustling activity, energetic. Number 2, soliciting or productive of illicit gain. Hold. So, when you say a hustler, they broke it down in the dictionary. Hus, H-U-S, and then it dash T-L-E-R. Now, I know hus, H-U-S. Now, here in the dictionary, Merriam-Webster Third New That Dictionary, there is a hus, and it's saying it's plural of H-U. That's what it says. So let me get the other. I'm gonna go to T-L-E-R. got that TLER down here, but let me see it. LER. The LER, it wasn't in the Merriam-Webster's third Merriam-Webster's third New International Dictionary. LER wasn't there, but I mean there are many words that start with LER, but as a suffix, there was no suffix for LER, but there was there are a lot of words like you can say as a suffix LER, but they didn't have no definition like a definition for LER by itself. So let me refer to the Oxford English Dictionary on hustle and hustler. Okay. Now, it's given pretty much the same definition on hustle. To shake to and fro. That's hustle number one. That's what it means. It means, hustle number one means to shake, like to and fro. To toss. Okay, that was one. That was number 1A. Then you have number 1B. To shake about. Then you had number two. Hustle number two. To push or knock about roughly. To jostle in a violent way. Now, number 2B, it means to push, thrust, or force in such a way into or out of a certain position or through a certain space. C. Now we still on hustle. C. To urge, impel, push forward. Okay, number 3. What was that? Okay, number 2. Okay, that was number 2. Now number 2C is to urge. Okay, this is number 2. C. Okay, number 3. Number 3, we still on hustle. Number 3. Okay, that was number 3A, to push roughly against, to crowd together, jostling each other. Okay, now 3B, to push or elbow one's way. Okay, number 4, to move hastily, to hurry, to bustle, to work busily, push one's way actively, make a push. Okay, now let me see. That was hustle. Now that was hustle as a verb. Now I'm gonna go to hustle as a noun. Wait a minute. Okay, the hustle, the act of hustling. Number 1, the act of shaking together in pitch and toss. Number 2, the act of pushing or jostling roughly. So that what the word hustle mean. You understand? Now, hustler. Hustle, verb plus er. Hustler. One who takes part in hustling a person. One of a gang of pickpockets who work on this plan. Number 2A, an extremely energetic or pushing person. Now you have various definitions for hustling. Okay, the action of the verb hustle in various senses. Hustling, clashing, hurdling, rustling. Hustling, that hustles, pushing. So, Oxford English Dictionary, that's what hustle means. Pushing, jostling, that's what hustle means. And then, take the word and then you can apply it when you want to apply it. I was looking to see was it a HUS, but it's not a HUS. And as you know, when you say hus, then you put ER, the on it, hustler or lur. So let me. So it's not a LER. It's not a LER. End and suffix LER. Now I know prefix and suffix. ER. Most time is a suffix. But LER. It's not a in a dictionary, not a subject. Now let's look up cult. Now I'm gonna get the Merriam-Webster Third New International Dictionary. Cult. Now, Merriam-Webster's Third New International Dictionary. Cult is a noun Latin for cultus, cura, cultivation, culture, adoration. Past participle of colere, to till, cultivate, dwell, inhabit, worship. That's number what was that, number one? Okay, hold on. Okay, number one. Religious practice, worship. Number two, a system of beliefs and ritual connected with the worship of a deity, a spirit, or a group of deities or spirits. For example, the cult of Apollo. The earth cult. Number 3A, the rites, ceremonies, and practices of a religion. The former aspect of religious experience descent occurs in all three fields of expression of religious experience in doctrine. Okay, and Roman Catholicism represents ceremonial veneration paid to God or to the Virgin Mary or to the saints or to objects that symbolize or otherwise represent them, as the crucifix or a statue, called also cultus. Comparadulia, hyperdulia, latria. Okay, number 4A, religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious, the exuberant growth of fantastic, a minority religious group holding beliefs regarded as unorthodox and spurious sect, provided a haven for persecuted cults. Number 5, a system for the cure of disease based on a dogma, tenets, or principles set forth by its promulgator to the excluding scientific experience or demonstration. Number 6, a great or excessive devotion or dedication to some person, idea, or thing. The cult of success. Such devotion regarded as a literary or an intellectual fad or fetish. The cult of art for art's sake. B, the object of such devotion, square dancing, has developed into something of a cult. A body of persons characterized by such devotion. Okay, let me see. 2, a growing cult of home fixer offers. An unusually small, narrow circle of persons united by devotion or allegiance to some artistic or intellectual program, tendency, or theory as one of limited popular appeal. The exclusive of cult of those that profess to admire his esoteric verse. Alright. So that's cult. Alright, let me see. When you go into the Latin, the French, cultus, it means the cure, cultivation, the culture, adoration. French for cultus. Past participle colere, to till, cultivate, dwell, inhabit, worship. So that's cult. So that's cult. In Merriam-Webster's Third New Dictionary. Now the very first definition, remember now, in Merriam-Webster's Third New International Dictionary, the very first definition of the word cult: religious practice or worship. Religious practice or worship. Remember that now. Then at number 2, a system of beliefs and ritual connected with the worship of a deity, a spirit, or a group of deities or spirits. For example, the cult of Apollo, the earth cult. 3. The rites, ceremonies, and practices of a religion. The former aspect of religious experience, descent, occurs in all 3 fields of expression of religious experience and doctrine, in cult and organization. B. Roman Catholicism, reverence and ceremony, veneration paid to God or to the Virgin Mary or to the saints or to objects that symbolize or otherwise represent them, as the crucifix or a statue. Called also cultus. Called cultus. And comparadulia, hypodulia, or latria. Then number 4, a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious, the exuberant growth of fantastic. Also a minority religious group holding beliefs regarded as unorthodox or spurious, a sect, providing haven for persecuted cults. And then, as you know, so that's called. Then let's go to the Oxford English Dictionary. Now, when you go into the etymology of the word, you know, when you look up a word, they always give you, like when the word say cult, and then they tell you like French and Latin and so on and so forth. Okay, so adverb Latin, cultus, worship. French, colere. attend to, cultivate respect. Okay, it means to worship, reverential homage rendered to a divine being or beings. Number 2, a particular form or system of religious worship in reference to its external rites and ceremonies. Number 2. Number 3, devotional or homage to a particular person or thing, now expressed as paid by a body of professed adherents or admirers. Then you have cult again. Okay. And then cultus, cultivated, cultured. Coliri, to cultivate. Alright. So that's Oxford English Dictionary for cult. And again, it says worship, reverential homage rendered to a divine being or beings. Divine being or beings. Right? A particular form or system of religious worship in reference to its external rites and ceremonies. And then devotional homage to a particular person or thing that's paid by a body of professed adherents or admirers. You know, like you can have a cult. For example, some guy in business, or some man or woman, the CEO of the company, and all the people in the business, they have this great admiration. And for the CEO, but that's cult in the Oxford English Dictionary. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get ready to end part 1 of my YouTube video that's recorded. So this be, it's not part 2, but part 1. Be part 1. And then I'm gonna start back recording. It'll be part 2, and it's gonna be dated January the 13th, 2020. This part 1.